Okay, hello. Today we're gonna go through this math paper. First, let's start with the MCQ section. So the first question says express 56 hundredths as a decimal. So what this basically means, you need to find what is 56 divided by 100 because they said hundreds. If they were to say 56 tenths, then you would have to find 56 divided by 10. So what is 56 divided by 100? So when you divide something by 100, you have to move the dot by 2 positions. So 1, 2, which will give you 0.56. So the answer would be 0.56. Since 56.0 is just 56, 56 hundredths will be 0.56. So the answer should be 2. So you want to round 84,596 to the nearest thousands. So first you begin by understanding which number is in the thousandth position. So this is the 1, 10, 100, 1000. So 4 is in the thousands position. So what you have to do is either you have to find the closest number that has all zeros behind the thousandth position. So your number has to look something like this. So obviously this number is in the 80, so obviously it should be 80 something something. So this number should be, if you look at 4,596, you have to see whether it's closer to 5,000 or closer to 4,000. 5,000 would be rounding up and 4,000 would be rounding down. But when they ask you to round, you have to round to the closest number. So 4,596 is closer to 5,000 than it is to 4,000, because the middle point is 4,500 and 4,596 comes in between these two numbers. Therefore, this is closer to 5,000. So you get 85,000. So the answer is 4. Okay, let's do question number 3. So how you go about question number 3 would be basically to change all the denominators to be the same so that it's easier for you to understand which number is closer to 1. So let's start with this. So if you look at the denominators, you can see that it's 8, 7, 9, and 8. So these are the denominators, right? So to make it easier for yourself, you can find a number that that is a multiple of 8, 7, and 9. So how you would do that is you could basically times all the 3 numbers together to make it easier for yourself. So 8 times 7 times 9 times 7 times 9 would give you, you just use your calculator, it will give you 504, and then 7 times 7 times 9 will give you 441. And then you can do the same thing. So over here you have 7, so you do 8 times 9. Over here you do 7 times 8. And then you apply the same thing to the top. So times 8 times 9. So 8 times 8 times 9 will give you 576. And then 8 times 7 times 8 will give you 448 over 504. And in this scenario, you also apply the same thing, times 7 times 9, get 504, times 7 times 9 will give you 567. So now you have the same denominator. You have to compare which of the numerators is closest to 1. So when you look at this denominator, if you convert 1 into a fraction using this denominator, you'll get 504 over 504. So what you basically have to do is see which of these numbers is closest to 504. So let's do it one by one. So is 441 closer or 576 closer to 504? So the difference between 504 and 441 would be 63, and the difference between 576 and 504 would be 72. So obviously, option 1 is closer, so option 2 is out. Now let's see what's the difference between 448 and 504. So the difference is 56, and finally 567 and 504. So the difference is 63. So if you compare all of it, you will realize that number 3 has the smallest difference, therefore is closest to 1. So the answer is 3. Okay, next question. So how many 6 are there in 2 over 3? So your first step will be changing this, changing the form from mixed to improper fractions. So how you would change this would be, to find the numerator, it would be 3 times 2 plus 3 times 2 plus 2. So 3 times 2 plus 2 over 3. So that will give you 6 plus 2, so 8 over 3. So over here there's 8 thirds, but they're asking you for how many 6. So they're asking you what's the numerator over 6. So you basically change the numerator, so you times 2 and times 2. So you'll get 6. 8 times 2 will give you 16. So the answer is 16 for question number 4. So answer is 1. Next, question 5. So which of the following lines is perpendicular to AC? So firstly, what is perpendicular? Perpendicular is when a line is 90 degrees to another line. So this line A, line B is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Parallel will be when the lines are along each other, parallel to each other, beside each other. So let's look at line AC. So line AC will be this line. So now we have to find a line which basically is 90 degrees to AC. So EF cannot be the answer because there is no 90-degree angle, so EF is out. ED isn't even touching AC, so it's automatically out. If you look at the boxes, this is a square and this is also a square. ED are actually parallel to AC because the distance between AC and ED is constantly the same. So ED is parallel, not perpendicular. So AC is parallel to ED. So DC is also automatically out because there's no right angle. So now the final line will be BF. So this over here is a right angle because if you see, this is a square, right? So this would be 90 degrees. So if you cut a square in half, this would be 45 and this would be 45, and two 45s make a 90 degrees. Okay, so AC is perpendicular to BF, so FB. So the answer is 4. So the average mass of a group of 6 boys is 38 kilograms. Hashim, whose mass is 42 kilograms, joins the group. So average mass of 3 boys. So let's name the boys A, B, and C. So the mass of A plus B plus C divided by 3 is 38. That's what average means. Hashim, whose mass is 42, joined the group. So what is the new average mass? So now you have A plus B plus C plus Hashim, which is 42 kilograms, divided by, what is the new average mass? So new average mass would be divided by 4 because there are 4 new members. So now you need to find the answer. So first, let's see what A plus B plus C is. So in order to find out how much A plus B plus C is, you simply have to do 38 times 3 because you cross over the fractions. So now 38 times 3 will give you 114. So now you know what A plus B plus C is. So 114 plus 42 divided by 4 is your answer. You can simply use a calculator to get your answer, which is 39. So the answer is 39 kilograms. Okay, next question. Find the area of the triangle ABC shown below. ABC. Okay. So how do you find the area of triangle? So the formula for the area of triangle is half times length times height. So when you have a triangle, this is your height and this is your length. Your length and height should be perpendicular to each other. So in this scenario, this would be your height and this would be your length because they're perpendicular to each other. So it would be half times height, which is 12 cm, times length, which is 16 plus 3. So 16 plus 3, which will give you half times 12 times 19, which is 6 times 19. You can use a calculator to find the answer, which is 114. So the answer is 2. Next question. The pie chart shows how Rory spent his pocket money last month. He spent $30 more on item D than item C. So first, you know that D is 35% of this circle. So in a circle, the total angle is 360 degrees. So you can see that C is 90 degrees and A is 90 degrees. So what is the percentage of 90 degrees in a circle? So you simply have to find a fraction where you times 100. So 90 over 360 times 100. So 25%, 90 degrees is 25% of a circle. So A would be 25% and C would be 25%. So in total is 100%. So B would be 100 minus 25 minus 25 minus 35. So you get 100 minus 25 minus 25 minus 35. So that will give you 15%. So now you know that he spent $30 more on item D than item C. So item D was, let's draw a model to make it easier. Item C, item D, item C. Okay, so this 10% is 25, this 25. So you spent $30 more. So that means 10% is $30. So how much did he spend on item B? If 10% is $30, item B is 15%. So 15% would be 5% would be $15. So 15% would be times 3. Because would be $15 divided by 2. And then times 3 would be 15 times 3, so $45. So the answer is 3. Okay, question 9. A piece of paper is folded and a symmetrical figure is cut out from it. So what does symmetrical mean? Symmetrical means that if you have, for example, a shape, one side of it is exactly the same as the other side of it. So it's folded and then there's a folded line. So that means the shape has to be exactly the same as the other side. So something like this. So sorry, the drawing isn't that good. Something like this. So this is wrong because over here is a straight line. And then if you see, the pointy side is shorter. The pointy side is longer than the 90-degree side, right? So if you simply draw a line, you can use your ruler. You'll notice that the pointy side is longer than the top. So this will be out because the bottom should be longer than the top. So then you're left with these two. So if you realize, this is a straight line and this is a slanted line. In the drawing, it's a straight line. So therefore, your answer will be 3. 3 is the correct answer.